What's up, lovers of whiskey and watchers of YouTube? I am the Malt activist, and this is a special 3-part series. We are going to review not one, not two, but three different Macallans. Among the three, we have this Macallan Classic Cut, Macallan Lumina, and the one we are going to talk about today is this, the Macallan, A Night on Earth in Scotland. So I was going over my videos and I realized, I said, I don't have a lot of Macallans in there. I haven't reviewed a lot of Macallans. So I said, let me fix that. So I went out and I got my hands on 3 what I thought would be interesting Macallans to review. And the one that actually caught my eye the first time around was this, A Night on Earth in Scotland. Not for anything else, but the fact it has a it's like a mouthful, the name. I kept forgetting. I thought it was A Night in Scotland, A Night of Scotland, Earth Night. Anyway, so it's A Night on Earth in Scotland, and it's essentially to celebrate the New Year, which I think is fantastic, which is lovely. But what is even nicer than the sentiment is this packaging. Will you look at that? This is stunning. Absolutely gorgeous packaging. When I opened it, it was a treat. It was a real treat. So Macallan, as they do, they always tie up with, for some of their special releases, they tie up with very, very talented people, whether it's photographers or chefs, or in this case, an artist, an illustrator by the name of Erica Dorn. Erica Dorn is half French, half Japanese, very, very accomplished, has apparently done work with Wes Anderson. I don't know the complete details about that. All I know is she's an extremely talented person, and she's the one behind this design of this box, which is awesome. Now, if you haven't seen how it opens, this is what it does. I hope I don't drop anything. Once you open it, you have this, you have another blue box inside, which if you lift up you see the bottle. Okay. Now, what's cool is that this box also comes out. So that's 2 boxes. I mean, a bit wasteful, but fun. Like most things in life that are wasteful are also fun. So you have this box, and then you open this. Check this out. And then you take this out. It's a lot of moving parts, and then finally you take the bottle out, and this is what it looks like. Check it out. So very nice, very nicely packaged, wonderful looking bottle. I think I love this design. I love the concept, and it's basically to celebrate the New Year, the Scottish New Year. Hogmanay, I believe it's called. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Apologies to my Scottish friends if I butchered that pronunciation. So, this is available. I bought this for roughly 70 odd pounds. I don't know if that is a high price to pay for a NAS whiskey. I'm going to say yes. But I was very curious, and I was like, you know what? Let me spring for it. However, the frugal person that I am, I decided to bottle split this with 6 other friends of mine. So if you want to try out a new whiskey but don't feel like spending for an entire bottle, just get a couple of good mates along with you to share the bottle and give them samples and just split it equally, and that way everybody gets a chance to taste it. And if you really, really like it, then just go buy a new one. So this is what I've done, and I promised my bottle split buddies that I would name them in this video. So thank you Loy, thank you Martin, thank you Rahul, thank you Vamshi, thank you Yash, and thank you Yazad for taking part in this and allowing me to get this bottle at an affordable price so that I can do a review. Now, on to the whiskey itself. This is matured in 3 different casks. So you have European oak and American oak, both seasoned with sherry, and then you have bourbon hogsheads. Okay, so 3 casks going into this whiskey. It is bottled at a meager 40%. I am not happy about that, but it is what it is. Macallan bottle most of theirs at 40%, so fine, it is what it is. However, initial research has shown me that this whiskey is like other Macallans, unfortunately, chill filtered and colored. So two strikes in my opinion, but I've kind of gotten used to that now, and if I spend every video berating that fact, then all my videos will be about NFC and coloring. But so it is what it is. But as I've always said, the proof is in the pudding. Let's pour this. There you go. Have a look at that. Have a look at what artificial coloring looks like. Woohoo! And there you go. There you go. What a gorgeous logo that is on this glass. What is it? Oh, it's the Malt activist logo. Do you want a glass? I know. I'm working on it. Just give me a little time. I'm just working on the logistics. Anyway, shameless merch plug. Okay, so there we have it in our glass. There you go. So, initial aromas are quite sweet and expected. However, they're not fantastic in my opinion. So I'll tell you, I made my notes here. So vanilla, citrus, like an orange citrus, heavy cream, sponge cake. And I'm going to say shortbread only because it's written on the box and now I can't think of anything else but shortbread. So shortbread it is. Some sponge cake. Did I say sponge cake? There's hints of fruit, but I feel like this heavy cream, sort of bakery plus heavy cream. I wrote a biscuit bakery flooded with milk, which is probably the only thing that came to my mind. So it's not an out-of-the-world nose. It's what you'd expect from a mellow whiskey at 40%, The maturation, not really that exciting. You have seasoned oak, with sherry, American and European, okay, and then a bourbon hogshead. So not really, rocket science in terms of the maturation. So, the nose is going to reflect that, and I think it's just kind of ordinary, nothing fantastic in my opinion. Yeah, starts to get slightly musty towards the end. Not necessarily in a bad way, but kind of nondescript in my opinion. I wouldn't be able to pick this whiskey out, in a sea of generic whiskeys, because that's what it smells like. It smells like a very, very generic whiskey, Yeah, so not entirely over the moon with this nose, but it is what it is. And I guess now there's nothing left for us to do but dance. Now I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I did not take a sip. That was just for the camera. It was purely for show, because I've tasted this whiskey before. Before the video started, I sat down and I tasted it properly and I made my notes. And I decided that for the video, I'm not going to drink it because it is absolutely vile. It is one of the most terrible things I've ever put in my mouth. And no sexual innuendos, but I can't tell you how absolutely horrible this whiskey is. Devoid of character, unless you call absolutely horrible whiskey full of character, but this is just devoid of character and full of everything that is wrong in the world. You know, it's a thin mouth feel, very, very astringent. There's this chemical, strong, like acidic chemical on the tongue immediately. Very, very bitter. But through that, you know, maybe I get some vanilla, maybe some white pepper, and some oak. But that's it. And it's just one of the most horrible whiskeys I've ever had in my life. Wow. Ew. This is disgusting. You know, I'd reviewed the Macallan Quest before this, and at least it was drinkable. You know, at least you were like, okay, fine, it has no character, it's like flavored water and whatever. But hey, man, if you're just sitting there and you're just drinking it, it's fine. This you cannot drink. It is. How? Like how? Like a normal person, if you drink this, you'd be like, what the hell is going on? How does this pass quality control at Macallan? How is someone sitting in Macallan drinking this and saying, yeah, let's bottle this. Let's put it in a bottle and put our name on it. What? I don't get it. I don't get it. And my first alarm bells were when I saw the packaging. When I saw this absolutely gorgeous packaging. When I was opening it, I was like, this is the most wonderfully packaged bottle I've seen in my life. With the colors, with the concept and the packaging. And you open it and it's just so regal and so royal, so amazing. And I knew in that horrible minute that this is a cover-up. This is a cover-up for the swill that sits inside this gorgeous packaging. Man, I don't know what to say. I mean, I've drunk some bad whiskeys. I've even drunk some bad Macallans. But this, sitting in my glass, this is probably the whiskey they serve you in hell. Like there's a cask of Macallan, or a case of the Macallan, A Night on Earth in Scotland, sitting there, and everybody who walks in is given a case, and they're like, this is what you have to drink for the rest of your life. And you're like, oh, now I know. Now I know why this is called hell. The reason I'm taking small sips is to convince myself that maybe I'm wrong. That maybe it changes. That maybe while I'm doing this, some miracle happens, and that this whiskey starts tasting just even slightly decent. But the more I taste it, the more I realize is that it is. I don't know what to say. I don't know why Macallan still does this. You know, it knows. There's somebody sitting in Macallan who knows that this is vile stuff. How do you put it in a bottle, man? How do you get like one of the most talented people in the world to collaborate with you and put their name on something that is just yuck? God. And you know what the sad part is? The sad part is that my bottle split buddies are now going to have to drink this after I've absolutely crucified it. And they know that is money down the drain. Unfortunately, they're gonna have to be like, I can't believe we wasted our money on this. But you know what? Actually, no. I'm just making an assumption on their behalf. And for all we know, they like the whiskey and they have a better palate than mine and better taste buds than mine, and you know that they're more equipped and well equipped to judge a whiskey than I am. So I hope they like it. For their sake, I really hope. they do. But if if you value my opinion and concur with some of my earlier reviews, and if you think we have similar palates and that I'm not completely talking out of my ass, let me tell you something. This whiskey, I was gonna say this whiskey is for the dogs, but I love my dogs and I would not give them this whiskey. Wow. Woo-hoo-hoo. I don't know what to say. So now I'm at a complete loss of words because I thought we'll drink this whiskey. There'll be a few things that I want to talk about, especially the packaging, and then we'll talk about the maturation and the flavors and all of that. But man, this is disappointing, but totally expected. I was not expecting this to be a wonderful whiskey. I went online and I looked up different reviews and different scores, and there's a lot of high scores on sites, but when you read individual reviews, you see that very few people actually like it. I think the most positive comment I got was it's drinkable. But I said, you know what? I'm going to keep an open mind, even though I had, my doubts and my fears. I said I'll keep an open mind, and I will approach this whiskey with professionalism, with with context, completely lost for words. It doesn't get better. Oh, that bitterness. Look, man, I don't know. Maybe if it stays in the bottle for 6 months, something happens, it becomes better. I don't know. But for now, I'm just glad I managed to split this with 6 other guys who were gracious enough and kind enough to take me up on the offer, or else I would have been down like 70, 80 pounds, and I would have been much more angrier. The reason I'm smiling now is because I did not suffer financially for this garbage. We all cumulatively suffered financially, but just a little bit. So I guess we can sort of swallow that and absorb that. But my God, this is a bad whiskey, and please don't buy this whiskey. Don't even bottle split it. Like I did. Don't even bottle split it with your friends. Don't gift it to anybody. No. Unless you want someone to hate you. Unless you want someone to be like, I bet he hates me. That's why he gave me this whiskey. So, wow. I'm just, I'm at a loss for words. Ironic since I've been talking nonstop for the last 10 minutes. I don't know what else to do other than just, you know what? I've never done this. I've never done this before. But I'm going to send this baby back where it belongs, in the bottle where it won't harm anyone else. I've taken the brunt of it, and so consider this my sacrifice for you. Do not buy this whiskey. Do not come close to this whiskey. It is pure garbage. So there you go, man. There you go. We still have 2 more whiskeys to look forward to. I hope they're better than this. Do I doubt that? Yeah, I 100% doubt that. But it is what it is. So hopefully, in a couple of days, we will come back with the Lumina, which is sitting right here. I have not tasted it as yet. Again, alarm bells. Very nice packaging. Quite premium packaging. And so again, alarm bells. Also, exactly same maturation, by the way. European and American oak seasoned with sherry and then mixed with bourbon hogshead. How is this different from this? How is this different from this? We don't know. So, Nothing new, nothing innovative, nothing inventive. Just the same old crap. So there you go. So thank you. Thank you for joining me for this rather disappointing whiskey review. I'm the Malt Activist. Until next time, peace. By the way, don't forget about our subscriber giveaway. At 2,000 subscribers, I give away 4 Aaron quarter casks to 4 lucky subscribers. So all you have to do is subscribe to this channel, hit that bell icon, and who knows, you might win yourself a brand new bottle of the Aaron quarter cask. Good luck.